With how much of a pitiful joke you are, you bring the whole game down.
I want to play a game with you.
Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Serious Sam First Encounter. I've got good news. I managed to get widescreen 1080p. The bad news is I'm pretty sure that's not going to help me in the slightest. At least in terms of actual skill. So yeah. I can hear them screaming. Not a good sign, is it? Hey, buddy. Dagnabbit. There you go, Schnookums. Well, at least I can kill you. Even if I don't accomplish anything else today. That will be one thing. That bird again. Where is it? Where are you, you damned bird? Come on, Feathers, let's get this over with. Oh, jeez. Did not expect him to come out of that corner. Oops. So that's where you were hiding. You know, once you figure out where something is, it becomes a simple matter of trial and error. Yes. By trial and error, I mean mostly error. Lot of freaking errors. And I mean a lot. Ah, crap. Especially in the environment. Why did it suddenly turn to one gun? That's not very good at all now, is it? Wait, what the? Something I clicked caused it to reload. You can, man? You can. Oh, okay. Ironically, the Alt button causes it to reload. And the only reason I know about that is because occasionally I will, out of habit, switch it. I will occasionally, out of habit, Alt-Tab just so I can see how OBS is doing, because OBS sometimes just becomes a bunch of BS. Well, at least I know how to reload now. And if I'm lucky, maybe I can actually change it at some point. It would be nice. I have no idea why they mapped R to jump. It's kind of weird. Then again, this is a pretty old game, so maybe for some reason back in this era they thought it was a good idea to map that there. Oh well. It probably doesn't matter too much, but still. It's just one of those weird quirks about it. To be sure. Ooh, armor. Oh, it's not. I wasn't sure what that was supposed to be. Oh, hello, friend. It's just weird they actually seem easier to dodge in this version. Or maybe it's because I'm actually paying attention. Well, I like to think I'm doing a little bit better. I am adapting to them, unlike before. I need to take out that bull first. Otherwise he's gonna storm all over me. Jeez. Just to prove my point, that bull seems to have the ability to traverse any terrain at once. That is ridiculous! How can a bull do that? I don't care how strong that bull is. Climbing up a mountain? Now that's just cheating. That is cheating, my friend. You are cheating. Some people call that cheating. You may call that skill. I call it flat out cheating. So let's call it what it is. But at least its charge attack is overshot most of the time. Unfortunately, I gotta deal with everything. There. One less jackass to deal with. Sorry about all the trial and error, but sometimes I'm not the best at adapting to a situation. I'm sure there are some people who, the second it first appears, have already formulated a plan in their head. I'm not one of those people. It takes me maybe a couple of tries before I start picking onto their pattern. Especially when I'm being attacked in several places at once. You gotta understand. Hello, Harpy. Did you quit harping on the situation? How about I harp you on to hell? And as for you, Rocketeer, why don't you rocket into hell? Great. Doom guy wannabe. Mr. Boom. In other words. What was that sound? What was making that sound, man? Very nice. It's like a medkit. That's what was making the sound. Oh, jeez. Everything is against me. Everything under the freaking sun, the whole planet itself is trying to kill me. It's not very good. Good, I can trigger it without triggering everything else. I'd rather trigger as few enemies as possible. They're really boning me. And not in any sort of a good way. Oh, crap. Well, I guess I'll just take that. I'll accept that. I may have taken some damage from the kamikaze bat. Why did I say kamikaze? The kamikaze bastard. Oh, crap. Unfortunately, I'm going to take a lot more damage than that really soon. Because I'm not the best at trying to fight several things at once, so yeah, there's that. I forgot how buttons work. Oh, right. Right, it's Y. Why is it Y? Who knows? Quick and dangerous. Eliminate quickly. Make sure you evade the streams of energy from its lasers. They are very dangerous. Grown in Mental's biotanks, its genome is programmed to give its biology-grown mechanical parts inside slots where pulse lasers are attached and directly connected to its nervous system, adjusted to attack without thinking. That's my motto right there. So basically, it's bred after me, to attack without thinking. Except it's probably better at it, because it actually has support. I have nothing, and I have everything against me. So, it can afford to attack blindly. I cannot. Very unfortunate, that, isn't it? Well, there seems to be some kind of artifact up there. I'd like to see what's up there, but unfortunately the terrain seems to be too arduous for me to traverse. Unlike the bulls, which are full of bullcrap, I can't seem to cheat my way up there, just by brute force. Just saying. Those bulls are cheating. Those bulls are cheaters. And yes, I will continue saying that until the end of time. Thank you very much. Apparently there's also an HD version of this game, but, probably better to do the original anyway. You know, just for that authenticity. There's gonna be a boss, isn't there? And if you can tell this early adaptation weirdness, he doesn't even have his sunglasses yet. This is before they started making him look more like Duke Nukem. Oh, no bosses, no fuss, not even one booby trap, huh? You beat the high score! Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. Unfortunately, I don't seem to care much. Tomb of Ramses III. Capturing the first element was quite easy. We are now located in the Tomb of Ramses III, where you should find the second element. But this tomb looks very creepy, but it's nothing you can't handle. Be careful about your every step. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. Really appreciate it. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh, okay. Actually made it full screen. No, that made it worse. Hang tight. Yeah, I really don't want to do that, because it seems as though the game completely forgets about the custom settings I injected into it when I try to full screen it. Not to mention everything else goes horribly wrong. How do I unpause? Okay, there we go. Douchebag. Taking advantage of the situation, huh? There's a special place in hell for bastards like you. And trust me, you're not gonna like it. Because it's full of people just like you. And say you like getting taken advantage of. When it comes to the situation, I mean. Probably came out wrong, but whatever. I don't care. Speaking of people taking advantage of a situation, these guys. The element of surprise can be quite a hassle. I'm not sure if I've impressed that upon you. Then again, all of them technically benefit from that, but Mr. Explodey the most. Oh, great, you. Luckily, corners are my friend when dealing with him. Much like the Arachnotron from Doom. That wasn't so bad. Famous last words, I'm sure. Oh boy. And I need to aim better. Clearly. Oh, you little bastard. I looked over and I didn't see anyone. All of a sudden you're here. Now why do you think that is? Another opportunistic bastard who's probably going to be suffering immensely. Douchebag. All of you are douchebags. That is why you fail. You rely on the element of surprise way too much. Once I'm actually aware, you're screwed, pal. You're screwed big time because you can't back it up for crap. See what I mean? Hell, half the time, even when you do have the element of surprise, you aren't worth much, are you? I almost feel sorry for you. Almost. Then I remember what complete jagoffs you freaks are. And then I feel nothing but contempt. And this only helps the contemptuous feeling. Just go to hell already. Stay there. Quit coming back. A head? Did that one just transform itself into a head? I've never seen that before. I would suggest that's a new enemy, but judging by the lack of change, I'm guessing no. Behead bomber. Well, these are not... Okay, upon exploding, that's not it. This is the one. Okay. Oh, some species can levitate. I guess they levitate by crunching themselves into their heads. Kinda weird. But sure. I guess that's just another fact about their species. Yet another reason why their species must be plunged into eternal darkness. Or as 4Kids would call it, the Shadow Realm. No, I do not accept that. I don't accept that either. Come on, you bastard. Why don't you play fair? And by play fair, I mean give me a favorable outcome. That's what I consider fair. Just let me win. I know that sounds weak. That was the point. Haha. Hey, buddy. Luckily, you're far more predictable. You ones don't amount to much, do you? You gotta love its way of making sure that bodies don't stick around. I heard a bird. That means there's one nearby. At least they're nice enough to have idle sounds for all the monsters so that you know what's coming. Isn't that nice of them? I think that's quite generous. Unfortunately, those guys don't scream in the background. Did you just start jumping at me? What an a-hole. Seriously, what a great a-hole. Appearing behind me again. They just never stop being pricks, do they? Not until I kill them all. That's one good way to stop them from being pricks. Just kill them. Kill them all. Son of a bitch. Couldn't even dodge because of the freaking narrow corridor. Well, I probably could have, but for some reason I chose to back up instead. Alright, come on, this way. This way, little buddy. Step right up and meet your death. It's a low, low cost of free. For you, my friend, I'll gladly kill you for freaking free. Good thing your AI sucks. A fact that becomes more and more true with each passing second. Unfortunately, my battle sense is so weak that I can't even tell when something is blocking my path. Wow, okay. Just pause there for a second. You had a total me moment there, didn't you? Crap, even now I'm saying it. Douchebag. Now you're just having a certain someone I'm not even going to mention moment. Oh, crap. Damn thing. They just never stop coming, do they? What the hell? What is that? Oh. That's just the same kind of light fixture as everything else. Now I see. Whatever that growling sound is coming from, it's definitely coming from up there, I'm guessing. Which means it's probably coming from that, yeah. Oh yeah, there's a red one too, I forgot about that. The faster firing variant. Not that it did you any good. I mean, it did that asshole plenty of good, but that's because he tends to be an opportunistic prick like the rest of you. Didn't really do you any good now, did it? But I suppose in your mind, you don't have to finish me yourself. You don't have to be worthy. Just as long as enough of you cheap shot me until I die. That'll be enough for you, won't it? All you care about is victory at any cost. Even if you lose your honor in the process, who gives a damn? You have got to be freaking kidding me! You're trapping me in a godforsaken corner! You douchebag. Alright. You want to be cheap, huh? I'll be cheap right back. Let's see how you do without teamwork. What's your precious sense of teamwork going for you? Sure, I took some damage, but screw it, I'll have to take it. I'll have to accept it. There comes a time where I have to say, you know what? I'm not going to get any better, I may as well just accept it. Just screw it. It's going to take way too long. Luckily, I've found a secret. Which really wasn't that much of a secret. It was more like, well, you just noticed that there was a way to get up there, and then you took advantage of it. Oh well. Usually I save things like this until the end of the level, but that's Doom, and this is Serious Sam. You know the difference between Doom and Serious Sam? Serious Sam tends to go for the cheap shots. I hate to say it. But those cheap shots are in abundant supply, so I'd better have as much health as I possibly can right from the outset. I'm actually going to need it here, you know? Secret passage has been found. Interesting. Did that allow me to skip some of the level? Oh. Oh, great. The scorpions are here, too. Douchebag. They're working in tangent, as always. Just to be a prick. Asshole. There. Hiding behind your little minions didn't help you, now did it? Arachnoid. Juvenile. I think it means scorpion. A holy warrior from a primitive race evolved from arthropods. Extremely hostile due to their religious convictions. Carries a chain gun with ammo replenisher in one hand. Exoskeleton covers entire arachnoid's body and provides good protection against bullets, explosives, and fire. Dangerous stink. Do not approach too closely. We'll shoot through their own ranks in fury. That's great. In other words, they're kind of like the Mancubi. In that they are excellent for crowd control, because they don't care. They don't give a damn. They'll fire even when their own ranks are in front of them. They'll shoot through their enemies if it means hitting me. What a crappy mindset. they know that their only chance is teamwork? Or at least their best chance? Obviously, they can cheap shot me by themselves, but that's beside the point. Douchebag. Speaking of cheap shotting. You can go straight to hell, man. There you go. As long as I get close enough for the shotgun to be effective, I'm good. And I'm still out of range of your sting, I would assume. And you're not the only one with a sting either. My shotty right here has more than enough sting to deal with you. Well, there goes almost all my extra health, but whatever. That's what happens when enemies cheaply shoot you behind corners. That'll happen, man. You're just running in a circle. Running in place, not in a circle. Running in a circle would imply you're actually getting somewhere. Hello, douchebag. Fudge, I missed the timing on that because I had to frickin' reload. But it's fine. I'd probably have a better chance if I would just run up to him. But using logic? We don't do that here. Not ever. Great, can't wait to see what comes after me next. Aside from the kitchen sink and then some. At least I don't appear to be sucking nearly as badly as I did the first one. Which is weird because I was actually doing pretty good in Serious Sam 3, but that's because it's a different feel to it. Believe it or not, this is a different game with different rules, and even though many of the enemies are similar, that doesn't mean it's gonna be the same kind of tone, you know? I guess that's just my excuse, huh? For some reason, yeah, the way they jump at you is definitely different. And these little bastards are definitely different, because in Serious Sam 3, they are gargantuan, which makes them far easier to hit. Here, they're just little bastards. They're like pinkies, but even smaller. Believe it or not, that does make it tricky to hit them. Especially when you're used to them being gargantuan. And your strategy for dealing with them before was basically just switch to the hammer and then go for broke from there. Having to actually carefully aim? That's not my style, man. You should know that by now. Huh. It seems that if you're close enough to do a decent amount of damage... Oh, Jesus! Speaking of close enough to do decent damage... Melting through me in a freaking second. Yeah, what an asshole. And they were working in tangent this entire time. What a bunch of asses. Jeez. Not only do they start appearing as a effing group, which makes it just so much of a pisser on its own. Just the fact that the scorpion is there too, so you can't actually focus on them. Otherwise, the freaking scorpion will rip through you like God-forsaken butter. That's just great. Great, now we got a head. Now we've got a floating head jackass here. Just to make things even more complicated. Well, at least they're far enough away from me that they can't really melee me. They're relying on their projectiles right now. I suppose up here I do have the advantage, don't I? I just have to easy to avoid projectiles until I fall, and then everything screws up. Asshole! Freaking asshole, you know that? No, seriously. Okay. If I just stay right here. Okay, good. Even assholes like these can be dealt with if you use the right strategy. You just gotta be as cheap as them. Speaking of being as cheap as them, a Lost Soul wannabe, why don't you get the hell out of here? Seriously. That is quite annoying. You too. In fact, why don't you all get the hell out of here? Jeez. Freaking corner hugger, man. Even when I see him coming, sometimes he's too fast. How do you like that, jackass? That's what I think of pea-brained, opportunistic cowards like you. I don't think throwing bombs at me is going to do you much good. I mean, really? I mean, yeah, granted, I'm sure in your own little pathetic little mindset, you think that it's going to do something. It's not. It's not ever. The skeletons and the scorpions may be a pain in my ass, but you're nothing. You're an insect. Like I said, the skeletons may be a nuisance, but you ain't shit. And you will never be shit. Well, you will never be the shit. You'll just be bullshit. I don't know what I was saying there. Damn it. And to top it all off, this is a 90s style shooter. I don't even know when this came out, but it's a classic style shooter nonetheless. That has fall damage. Then again, Duke 3D did too, but Duke 3D didn't surround you with enemies like this. Hell, the original Quake wasn't like this. This is more of a wave. Then again, that's what Serious Sam is known for, but still. If you're gonna do it like that, then maybe there should be some kind of reasonableness to its mechanics. And now I sound like I'm complaining. I'm just making commentary. It's just my opinion. Jackass. Now that was a complaint because these guys are jackasses. They're always jackasses. They will always be jackasses. Then again, they were jackasses in Serious Sam 3 too, so I can't even blame this. Well, actually, I can blame this for starting it. For starting the legacy. Ironic that the one slinging bombs at me are much of a threat, but the one that just throws itself at you like an explosive, major threat. That's probably because you can just sidestep the freaking explosives. You can't so much sidestep someone running at you, you know? You can't sidestep a bullet either. Far less effectively. In fact. You know what, pal? You need to get the hell out of here. You too. I'm gonna get them at me one at a time. This seems to be my best shot here. Or you can just cheap shot them, that works too. Whatever way it gives me the advantage, I will take it. I don't care. At this point, they're just a bunch of assholes. What the hell? Okay. Interesting. Yep, the scorpion just teleports itself in. Luckily, I've got a way to deal with you. And it has a way to deal with me as well. I didn't know it could do that. I didn't know it could aim itself that well. Maybe I could just lure it over here. If I could lure it down to the ground, or just peek it over the side, that works too. And get rid of this asshole before he tries to get any ideas. Then everything might just work out in my favor. I just gotta squish the scorpion. Good thing your AI sucks. Aw, you're looking at me. Now you can actually see my face when I tell you how much you suck. No, seriously. You suck in more ways than one. You suck all the eggs. You make everything else in this game look like a pitiful joke. With how much of a pitiful joke you are, you bring the whole game down. I don't even know where I was going with that rant, because apparently I broke myself halfway through, but that's fine, because I killed you! And that is the most important thing. I may suck at delivering rants, but you apparently suck at staying alive. And that is far worse, my friend. Believe me. Unfortunately, what is running out is time. I'm going to have to say that is it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread this video around like never-ending waves of waves of crap. Na-na-na-na-na-na. And I'll see you next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one, and have a nice and pleasant day in the depths of Egyptian hell. See you later.
If you enjoyed the content and want to stay up to date, I upload 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. You can also subscribe and hit the bell icon, or just check out the end screens right here.